feel like with this game, it's better to get our reaction and whatnot. I might actually turn the light off, or light down a little bit. That way, it's a little more scary.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, I've already played this game. He has not. So, we're going to, I've already played this game. Sorry, I want to make sure the level is good. Okay. So that should be good. Delete all that. Anyway, this game is from the makers of Until Dawn. It came out a while back. It didn't really get big or anything, but it's different from most games because you actually use your phone to play the game, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that part.
Yeah, you learn something new every day. They call it Playlink. Anyway, so you get to use your phone to basically find your way through the game. And just like Until Dawn, different actions have different consequences. So there's multiple endings to the game. I'm guessing there is. But he might take a different turn from what I've done. So, with that being said, I'm going to give him the controller, and by controller I mean my phone, and
Oh, pizza.
Nice!
Whoops, sorry.
I have a really great controller right now, so... or mic right now, so sorry if it's a little annoying right now. Okay, that might be good. You should be watching it right now, so... Check, check. Check, check.
Not fuck it up.
Okay. I think it's worked. I think it's good. It might not be, but... Anyway, where's that? Put it right here. Okay. Anyway, so... we'll put in killing. There we go. Choose a color. What color do you want?
Of course I want blue.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick blue. Alright, you are in control. Touch the screen on your device to move the color pointer on the TV.
Whoa, that's gonna be weird.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go to new game. Story. And this also has a competitive mode, which I haven't done yet, but we might do it a little bit later, or something down the road, or something like that. Yes.
Maybe
In story mode, you're playing the game for fun. Work together to solve the crime and play the story you want to see.
Self-explanatory. Everyone knows that they love effects. Like Until Dawn was the butterfly effects. This one's the ripple effects. Every choice you make changes the future. Some affect relationships between characters.
I think they can read too.
I understand.
Hey, that's explicit content.
It's been past a minute. 5 minutes.
I don't know.
Anyway, choose wisely. You're in control,
Well, see if I die. Now, is there like a time limit on how fast I have to get my fingers
so
places?
sometimes it is.
but it usually shows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like it's. What do you mean, like, what is it? Are they gonna ask me if I want to play a game? Because I'm playing a game.
Any cars in the vicinity of 535 Meeker, 1031, possible hostage situation. Extreme caution advised. Suspect description matches the trapper.
Trapper? Ooh! I know him. Oh wait, this isn't Dead by Daylight.
You ready for this?
Of course I'm ready.
Nice and easy. Textbook college. What's the play?
I can't think of
Vote for choices by moving your pointer inside the box.
Got it.
Cautious or confident?
It doesn't feel right. Let's scope it out.
Split up.
I'll take the door around back.
Windows mine.
Stealth mode. I'll see you in there.
Hey.
What?
Don't make me reach over there and smack you.
Use your pointer to hit the target before the timer runs out.
There's that. Yeah.
Well, I see there's a trip mine right there, so,
Tom! Tom, he's in here.
Hands up now!
To shoot, move your pointer onto the target. Think before you shoot. You do not have to open fire.
Hands behind your head, no sudden moves.
Oh my god.
Very safe. Timer. Timer.
The hunt for the trapper came to a dramatic end tonight as police from the 3rd Precinct arrested their primary suspect, Jonathan Finn. Finn is wanted in connection with a string of grisly murders that has gripped the city and claimed the lives of first response police officers. More on this story as it develops.
You killed someone already.
you know what? Then again,
Ladies and
Until
gentlemen,
Dawn.
the accused, Jonathan Finn, is guilty. Of that, there's no doubt. Your job is simply to determine how he is punished. This man, the so-called Trapper Killer, has terrorized our community with his brutal murder spree. Booby-trapping his victims so our brave first responders became victims themselves. These innocent people were targeted for no other reason than to play out Jonathan Finn's sick game. Jonathan Finn has confessed to every single one of these crimes. Why? Because he hopes you will see him as a man, a fellow human being. But this is only another one of the Trapper's clever ploys. We cannot trust this man. He has a deceitful, twisted, villainous mind, and nothing he says or does will ever change that. I therefore recommend punishment to the full extent of the law, no less than the death penalty. Thank you.
Jonathan Finn, for the crimes for which you have been found guilty, I hereby sentence you to death by lethal injection. This court is adjourned.
Tap the logbook button on your app to read plot updates, view character biographies, and check the major ripple events affecting your story.
5 years later.
I am Ray Weaver, and this is The Crawl. Let's kick it off tonight with our very own homegrown villain, Johnny Finn, the Trapper. Sucker's been on death row for 5 whole years. Mr. Trapper's only got 48 hours left on our big blue marble, so I thought, hey, did you know one of the victims? Phones are open. Caller 1, you're on.
Hey, so, well, yeah, man. I mean, in my point of view, like, they can't fry this son of a bitch hard enough, you know? So he got messed up as a kid. That's no excuse to take it out on our finest boys in blue.
I hear you, but it ain't like our cops got the finest reputation, you know? Look at Marnie, for one. Promotion to homicide, medal, the works. This gal's on top of the world, and guess what? Turns out she's dirtier than the rest of us down here in the mud. Mishandling evidence, improper conduct, who knows what else?
Damn. Guess you never know who's one of the good ones.
I can see that you're looking at me. What? Anyway, I've noticed that some of the characters look similar to the characters in Until Dawn. Like the Trapper looks a lot like Josh. Well, they probably use the same characters. I mean, they're
Morning, everyone.
look like real people,
Right.
Caught another pair of John Does this weekend. We're quickly racking up red names on this board, and I gotta tell you, unsolved cases don't exactly uphold the reputation we've built here at this precinct.
Just put Marty the Magician on the case. I hear she's got a knack for making things disappear.
Son of a bitch.
Detective Calvary, I pretend you didn't just say that. You're dismissed.
Hey, Becky. Ignore him.
Calvary?
Everyone knows he only reported you because you're the biggest target.
Glad to know my accomplishments have earned me something.
You doing okay?
I'd be doing a lot better if Calvary would take a short walk off a tall building.
Hey, just promise me you won't do anything. Don't give IA anything to work with. At least while their inquiry's still open.
Yeah, thanks. Just gotta keep telling myself that.
Detective Marnie, we have a word in my office. Look, Marnie, I'm not supposed to comment on an ongoing internal affairs investigation, but if it starts affecting my best detective...
I'm sorry, sir.
Hey, don't apologize. You're a good cop. I have no doubt you didn't do anything to compromise the crime scene intentionally. The facts will speak for themselves.
Thank you for believing in me, sir.
You know, it sometimes feels like we don't have a choice in these things, but you do. You got me?
Yes, of course.
I want to believe that. But I know the trapper's set for execution in 48 hours. It's a heavy load. Knowing you sent someone to death row, I don't want you to be distracted.
Has it been keeping you up at night?
Knowing Jonathan Finn's about to make his exit is what gets me up in the morning, sir.
Better than a cup of coffee.
I wouldn't know. I can't drink coffee.
Got your message. Heading to see your client now.
Sorry I couldn't make it back to town.
I'm not crazy about meeting Finn without his attorney present.
I know. Thank you for talking to him so quickly.
Well, he doesn't have much time left, does he?
No, he doesn't.
You want to give me a little preview?
It can be kind of a tough nut to crack. Be strategic.
Great. Any tips?
You need to get him to talk about Adam Jones.
Who's Adam Jones?
Better you hear it from him. You got a plan?
I know how to get what I need. Call you after.
See if I can get this nut to crack.
Your attorney says you've got something you want to share with me? You've got 5 minutes. Piss around and I'm out of here.
Miss Graves, I did not kill anybody. I used to blame God for what happened.
At Las Palmas? The orphanage?
We were just kids. We trusted them. But I've forgiven them now. God teaches us to forgive.
You can't forgive your abusers once you've put them in the ground. Forgiveness doesn't work like that.
I didn't kill anyone!
Finn, calm down.
Calm? I'm about to fucking die! And nobody will know the truth.
What do you mean? What truth?
I'm gonna die a liar. A dirty, sinning liar.
Truth about what?
The confession, the murders, everything!
Oh, so now you didn't kill them? The chaplain, the orderly? Then who did? Adam Jones?
Adam was my friend at the orphanage. Things we'd been through together, who could blame him for killing them?
I'm listening, but you have to give me more to go on.
Adam and I, we've seen some shit together. Makes you close. Adam escaped, and I found drugs. I was high from the moment I got out of there. And a couple of years later, a couple of centuries, hell if I know, Adam tracks me down online. And he keeps writing me and bringing up all that old shit from the orphanage. He says he knows exactly how to make him pay. So we made an arrangement. I rat myself out, I take the heat off him, spend a couple of months in the clink, and then wham! Trapper strikes again. Can't be me, 'cause I'm in here. Makes sense, right?
Pretty convenient.
Convenient? Convenient is Father Raminsky running an orphanage. Fox in a henhouse. You have no idea what it was like in there. The playroom. Well, that's what he called it, but I think he was the only one who was having any fun in there. Cops never found it?
No.
Well, you can go see for yourself.
Not even sure if the orphanage is still standing. So where is he?
Adam? Now? No idea.
How can we find him? Gotta start someplace.
I got a place.
Where?
It's not, It's better if I draw you a map.
You gonna draw me a treasure map?
All I can do is point you in the right direction, but,
Nope. You got words. Use them.
I kinda need to show you myself, you know?
Sorry, Finn. No dice.
Never even in the game, was I? I can't take it! I'm not supposed to be here! It's not supposed to go like this!
Finn! Stop it!
This is insane. Adam told me this wouldn't happen. He told me I'd be out by now. He promised!
Finn, listen to me. I will look into this Adam Jones what you're saying, but even if it's true, it might be a day late and $1 short. I'm sorry.
Time's up. Not how it went for us.
How'd it go?
How do you think?
I got a report back on Adam Jones. He was at Las Palmas same time as my client, but he died in the same fire that closed it for good.
Look, I know where you're going with this, and it's not gonna work. There's no way they're letting Finn out. It's too flimsy.
I know. That's not what I'm after.
Then why bring me out here?
If you tell the judge about Adam Jones, maybe he'll grant Finn a temporary release and help the cops track down Jones.
Lana, it's too late.
It could lead to an appeal.
All we're doing is delaying the inevitable.
Adam Jones is reasonable doubt, Felicity.
Not enough to overturn.
Finn is not a good man. But if he dies, and you didn't do everything in your power to make sure he is the Trapper, could you live with yourself?
Lana, I'm sorry. It's thin soup. You're on your own here, so go to the judge and see what he says.
Please, Felicity.
I'll talk to the police about Adam Jones. Maybe they'll find something, I don't know. But that's all I can do.
Thank you.
Are you really off camera eating pizza?
No.
Wow, you're an ass. You know that? What?
I don't want to make everyone at home hungry.
Sounds like a load of fresh horse manure. Case is airtight. We caught him in the act, for Christ's sake. You want to tell me why, exactly, we should be listening to that scumbag?
I'm sorry to spring this on you. We all want the same thing. A man is about to be put to death, and we need to make sure he deserves it.
Oh, Jonathan Finn deserves it. Of that I am sure.
Who exactly was Adam Jones? Did he come up at all during the investigation?
Uh-huh. There was an Adam Jones at the orphanage. But you know what? Sorry fucker was killed in the fire that shut the place down. So the story kind of ends there.
Finn's got impeccable timing. You don't think he's full of it?
She's got a point.
I'm just covering every possibility. But yeah, I think he's lying. I just don't know how much. Finn tells me Rominsky had a secret room at the orphanage. Called it the playroom. It's where he held his extracurricular activities. Does that sound familiar?
I remember something like that. That didn't come out in the report.
I was wondering, Mr. Hillary, so when you analyzed the bodies of the Trapper's victims, did you find anything that might suggest there could be another suspect?
Gosh, that was 5 years ago. I don't think so.
So no reason to suspect anyone but Finn?
I do recall only, submitting a partial analysis of the evidence because Mr. Finn confessed, so it seemed open and shut.
So there was more evidence left to analyze?
Well, yeah, trace signatures.
Do you have access to all that data?
Now just hold on a goddamn second. This case is closed. Finn had motive. He went through hell at Las Palmas. He hated the police. We even found his hair at another crime scene.
The RV park, right? That was the social worker? And, Detective Marnie, would you mind walking me through that night again?
I'll walk you through it in 2 words. Missed opportunity. Could have had Finn in handcuffs right then and there.
I think I'd like to hear from Detective Marnie, if you don't mind.
Sure. Catherine Hope was a social worker at Las Palmas Orphanage. We didn't know Finn had her. We got a 10-8 at Hog Haven Trailer Park out by the highway. A break-in in progress. I was closest to the scene, so I went solo. Should have been a piece of cake, but that night everyone was on pins and needles because the Trapper was raising Cain. And any one of us could have been next. This is 609 on the CFBIP. Open exit on the highway. No perp. Gonna make an entry to the trailer.
609 acknowledged. Caution advised.
No. Caution advised.
Search for the clues shown at the top of the screen.
Dang it.
Use your pointer to highlight the clues before the timer runs out. Some of these clues could help you in the future, so try to find them all.
I think there's one in the corner over there.
Wait, where? Oh, there it is. Got that one.
There's one up above, just a little bit. There you go.
That one.
I don't remember the other one. I think it's on the table.
Perfection!
Found bomb making equipment, aka wires.
Ooh. Footprints. Hey, those look like about my size.
And wire cutters.
Is that the twist? Am I the killer?
What's you're talking about? I didn't see it. Kinky.
I swear I saw something in the kitchen. I guess after this I'm gonna have to chop the footage.
Help me! Oh, shh. Okay. Just keep quiet. Who did this to you?
I was in the bar. I don't know. I woke up here. Oh God, please help me, please. What's happening?
Bomb squad.
Me neither, but 15 seconds is 15 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna remove the timer. Oh crap.
Oh God! Oh my God, get me out of there! Ah!
Calm down, please.
Hurry!
Well, at least we only had one casualty that night.
Not that it did a lot of good. Social worker was killed in a hit-and-run a few weeks later.
It wasn't the kind of thing I'm eager to repeat.
Finn must have seen you coming. Got out before finishing the job.
Yeah, split so quick he left his gear behind.
It was very brave of you to go in there alone.
I was, just doing my job.
And, how did you link Finn to the scene?
I discovered them as the Finn had left a hair at the scene. We ran the DNA through our criminal database, and he came up as the match.
He was already in the system.
Finn had been in and out of the station so many times he practically had a door with his name on it. When we got the tip that he'd been spotted at a squat, we just happened to be driving by.
Shit just seems to fall in your lap, Detective.
At least I caught him, Dick.
Uh-oh. Mama Bear's got a temper.
Ooh.
Watch out.
Hold on.
They found.
I'm sorry,
his
Detective,
hair.
but your attitude is not helping.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Last I checked, this was my case. And I got my guy convicted. Who the fuck are you to question my competency?
I'm a district attorney. Are you finished?
The Trapper case shook everyone up. I think we've poured enough salt in all our own wounds for one night.
Sergeant.
I think that about covers it. Anything else we can help you with?
I mean...
All right, I've heard enough. Thank you, everyone, for hearing me out.
And thank you for eating up our entire afternoon with this shit.
Man, that guy is a dick.
Hey, Graves.
Yeah?
I just wanted to say that...
Calvary's a dick.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I just said that.
You were really helpful.
Man, I'm professional.
You free tonight? I'm gonna get frisky.
Oh, hey, what are you doing tonight?
What?
I've got a huge stack of files at my apartment. Not gonna be able to get through it on my own.
Okay, sure. I can help you with that.
Perfect. Call me.
That's a nice ass. Alright. Is this end of chapter 1? No.
A rat trap. Huh.
Yep. Found one at each of his crime scenes. Some kind of messed up calling card.
I had no idea.
We managed to keep it out of the press. Target number 1, Rupert Walsh, the Undertaker. After he killed him, the Trapper rigged a shotgun to the motel door, and the officer who got the call took it in the chest. Simple, but messy. Not a guarantee he killed the responder.
Was there anything more on the victim? I mean, he's the only one without a connection to Las Palmas, just a local gin hound.
Finn called it a dry run with a wet noodle. I guess that was his idea of some kind of sick joke. But then again, if he's not the Trapper, God damn it. This case is just the gift that keeps on giving.
Vicky, do you want to take a break?
Go in my room, you know. Oh, stop it. I mean...
Oh, I'm sorry, It's just, this was all ancient history. And staring at these files again, Finn's execution coming up, I don't know, it's been hard to sleep with this shit just running through my head.
Well, the good news is it'll all be over before you know it.
Yeah, you're right. Second target, nasty piece of work.
Oh, this is the one that would beat the kids till you couldn't recognize them.
LeMay. Orderly at Las Palmas.
Like, everything else looks fine.
A couple years before the orphanage, narcotics had a file on him a mile wide.
But they couldn't get anything to stick.
Go lay down somewhere.
Slippery son of a
To be
bitch.
in the video, go.
The Trapper left his body in a pitch black room, rigged the light fixture with C4. The cop who showed up flipped the light switch and let there be light.
He's definitely elevating here. I mean, his first real kill, more sophisticated, but he wasn't satisfied.
Third target, Father Rominsky, leader of the pack. Chaplain at Las Palmas and the man behind the abuse.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. The Trapper knocked him out, cut him open, and rigged him up with explosives to blow if he moved. We got a tape of the whole thing a few days later. The sick fucker made Rominsky kneel in prayer for hours, confessing his sins. When he got what he wanted, he called Sergeant Teller.
Did you know the other two cops?
That was my precinct.
So, all three of them, and you, a first responder in the botched attempt, all from the 3rd precinct?
The murders were in our district.
How well did you know the other two? I mean, how well did you know the other first responders?
Enough to know that I didn't like them much. I got out of there as soon as possible.
What if the first victims in each incident were just a smokescreen, and the real target was the 3rd precinct?
Interesting.
Yeah?
These 3 cops, they weren't exactly best of the boys in blue.
How so?
3rd precinct had problems. Of chemical variety.
They were using?
Yeah, and then some.
I'm surprised this never came up in the investigation.
I'm not. Anyways, you might have something.
What's up with you and Calvary?
No, there's a guy who's got it coming.
Yeah, You couldn't even cut that tension with a chainsaw.
All I ever wanted was to get out of this shithole and join the FBI. As soon as I finally grow the stones to apply for training, guess what that piece of shit does?
No.
Yeah, Calvary just had to stick his nose in it.
What did he do?
He says that I misplaced evidence.
Ouch.
Yeah, now there's even a full-blown inquiry. Even when they come up with nothing, it's still an inquiry. It means not above suspicion, and the FBI doesn't want people who are not above suspicion.
That's some hard luck, Becky.
Hard luck. My father was a hero in the department. My first week on the beat, he eats his gun. That's hard luck. You ever heard things they say about me? Every time I walk into a room, I can feel it. I'm a joke to half of these people.
No, I'm sure that's not true, Becky.
There's no use in denying it. It's supposed to be crazy, right? Like father, like daughter.
Becky, you're a good cop. Okay, I'm sure everything's going to work out.
Yeah, I wish I could believe that.
This is 125 at the 1016. Make an entry.
125 acknowledged. Caution advised.
This is the police. Anyone here?
I'm right here. I guess you can't hear me. Hey, check for trip mines, bruh. Or you go boom. Sure it's not the light?
Oh, dear God. Sir,
that was
can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I remember what happens. Well, he still went boom.
Hey, what's going on?
We got a problem.
What?
Victim's a cop.
What? What happened?
I was trying to put that together. Call came in and there was a body. Responder showed up, body was rigged. Trapper style.
You don't mean that...
Yeah.
No. No, somebody has made a mistake. There's no way.
I don't think so.
Let me see.
Stop.
Don't let go of me.
Becky, stop. It's Calvary.
What?
Before you go in, you need to know that the victim is Calvary.
Oh my God.
Excuse me, would you please stay clear of my working area? Thank you.
From what we can piece together, it seems like Calvary brought a prostitute.
God.
Brought her back here where, you know.
Track her down?
Only got a partial description. 20s, brunette.
Great.
Calvary put a whole clip in that wall, didn't hit one thing. Only blood here's his. And Officer Montesinos.
The responder?
Calvary's body was rigged. Traps.
Fuck.
So there's one on the wall. Two on the wall, actually. And then I don't know what I already.
There it is. Good job.
That's a whole clip. If someone cut his throat from behind, why would he fire this way? And if they did it from the front, why would he miss?
Everything we just heard.
Oh, God. It's really him.
Yeah, but it's tipped over. There had to been struggle or something. Or
Anything?
Nothing useful.
Yeah. Would you look at the floor?
Beck, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you this. Where were you last night?
I spent the night, or the evening, with Felicity Graves. Going over files.
All night?
Yeah? So?
Shit.
What?
You need to be very, very careful how you handle this.
Why?
You gotta make sure you account for all your whereabouts. Everyone knows how you and Calvary felt about each other.
Tom.
You have to be careful.
Do you really think I could do something like this? Listen to yourself!
I'm not accusing you.
Oh no, but it's the first thing that pops up in there.
You can't blow up. You know what this looks like. Be smart.
This isn't happening.
I wish it wasn't.
I hated that fucker, but I would never do something like this.
I believe you.
You shouldn't have to believe me.
Trust. Trust.
That's the end of part 1. Check the logbook, fix yourself a drink, and hit the box when you're ready to move on.
And I believe that will be the end of this one. I think there's 4 parts, so we'll do it in each part, because they are pretty long. But yeah. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe for more content. Did you find anything in that so far? I'm just doing a little reading into it. I mean, yeah. See, there was a hidden camera. Yeah. The spy cam fell out from behind the painting, and even in the logbook it says that Becky disturbed a hidden camera at the crime scene, but nobody picked it up. But luckily, you know, I chose. Yeah, luckily I chose to go with Felicity because I have an alibi. But, pretty interesting, though, isn't it? Yeah, it is definitely pretty interesting. I mean, the controls are a little janky. Yeah. Like I said, I did not want to shoot the guy in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I just want to kind of hover next to it just to be safe. And it just kind of went boop. I'm like, I didn't want to shoot him. And then I had to choose between Tom and the one chick. I felt saving the partner would be more beneficial than the random person, you know? Right. Alright, but yeah, we'll definitely come back to this sometime in the future, near future, hopefully. Just kind of scheduling sucks. That's true. Well, hopefully we'll be able to do another Sniper Elite tag team, I guess, you know. And then should be a new video coming out next weekend because I've got something special lined up. So, but yeah, we'll see y'all later.